from Minnesota, I'm going to be working with one of our monitoring center representatives. When alarms go off inside of someone's home, all of those calls come right through this monitoring center. We cannot mess up or we put people's lives at risk. I'm a little bit nervous about being undercover today because I blew it yesterday, and I don't want that to happen again. My name is Eddie. Eddie. So hopefully I can pull it off. Sandy?
Oh, good morning.
How you doing?
Hi, Eddie. Nice to meet you, Eddie.
Nice
Why
to
don't you come have a seat? When I first met Eddie, he seemed a bit rough around the edges. You know, his eyes were just like kind of big like saucers, and I don't know. He just seemed like he has been through the woods a little bit. So what we do is we monitor home and commercial alarms. That includes fire, medical, burglary, holdup. A lot of times we've had where people are at, you know, get them here. My brother is vomiting blood, and you've got people held at gunpoint, and they're freaking out, and you gotta stay calm.
Okay, that's important.
Yeah, very calm.
Okay. I was feeling, honestly, a bit stressed.
When they set off an alarm, we first of all need to verify, are you okay? And if they're not, then we get them the help they need.
There's a lot of things to think about. My head was spinning.
That's where this comes in.
I was trying to remember step 1, 2, and 3, and Sandy is telling me step 7, 8, and 9 at the same time.
1 is to speak. 2 means we can talk and listen.
I hope I don't have to take a burglary call, because if that happens, that house is getting cleaned out.
Why don't you go ahead and put on your headset?
Okay.
Good afternoon, this is Sandy with Vivint. We did receive your front door burglary alarm followed by cancel signals. Everyone all right there? I do apologize, ma'am. We're having trouble with the two-way. May I have your name, please?
The whole time she's training me, there's a lot of interference.
I'm sorry, could you repeat your name one more time?
Every single time it's hard to hear.
I'm sorry, Maggie, do you have the verbal passcode? Disconnect. Yeah, I think this cord is
I think so.
bad.
How is this going on?
We have a backdoor audible burglary.
I'm having a hard time hearing you.
I'm sorry, ma'am.
This is critical to people's lives and safety. There's no way we can allow things like that to be happening. And I need to do something about it.
It'll take you a little getting used to.
Okay.
You think you're ready to take a real one?
I mean, I would try it, but I'm a little, I'll try it.
Here we go. We have an alarm. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. This is Eddie with Vivint.
You know, watching Eddie trying to process every little detail, it was like scrambled eggs.
Is there anything else we can do for you today?
May I have your name?
Oh, excuse me. May I have your name?
He was just, you know, forgetting things. Went orange. We didn't disconnect. Did you 9 it?
I can't remember.
Oh, man.
We received...
This is Eddie with Vivint.
Oh, shoot.
And I thought, oh, boy, he's lost.
Goodness gracious. This is not easy. I was horrible. I was embarrassed. I am not good at this type of work at all.
You might want to do some typewriter tutor.
Computer work, typing.
Just copy and paste. You know how to do that?
No. That is not my cup of tea. I had no idea it was that difficult.
I know it's a lot of multitasking, but this is the way it is every day. And it does need some fine-tuning. Because we don't always feel appreciated. We hear stories of people making buku bucks during the summer selling systems.
Yeah.
And we kind of feel like the little people here, we're the ones trying to make people know that they're cared about.
Right.
People that we get here, the turnover is so great. You know, they can't make their car payment, their rent, and stuff on what they're getting paid. I mean, my daughter is a 911 dispatcher.
Yeah.
She's 21 years old, and I'm making $7 less an hour than her.
Really, here?
Yeah.
It's hard to hear things that are negative about a company that I'm running. But the truth of the matter is it's happening because of me, my leadership, and so there are things that need to change.
Some people wouldn't even apply for this job, starting out at $10 an hour.
Right.
I did it because I came off of the fact that my first husband passed. He had cancer. I have children, and he couldn't work. That's huge. I'm tapped out. And plus, my car just recently went bad. And so that just increases the debt on top of the other debt. Right now I'm using home equity loan, so I'm in debt to myself, 30-some thousand.
Just on selling your home.
Yeah, right. And I knew this, but I loved my husband. I thought, well, it's there to use. If we have to live in a trailer, we would do. I don't really care. I'm not in keeping up with the Joneses or anything.
Right. Sandy has gone through a lot in her life, and through it all, kept a positive attitude, never quit. She obviously cares about what she's doing. She's exactly who I need.
Well, I suppose we should get back to work.
Okay.
Good afternoon. This is Sandy with Vivint.
Coming up.
You have to be able to work under pressure.
I know, I'm feeling like I'm sweating.
Eddie struggles to pick up the pace in a busy warehouse.
Oh, shoot, I messed another one up.
And later, the boss gets a wake-up call from a hard-working employee.
She had cancer, so she had a big scare. Yeah, Vivint didn't give me the time off. Made me question who am I working for?
I don't want to be the CEO known for not allowing people to focus on taking care of their family. I'm in Camarillo, California today, working in Vivint Solar's warehouse with the inventory lead. This is where all of the install teams come on a daily basis to stock their trucks and vans, and that's why I chose to come here. Hello, how you doing?
Hi.
I'm Eddie. Nice to meet you.
Hi, I'm Alma Delia Rios. I'm the Vivint Solar lead, and I'll be your instructor for today.
I can't wait.
Okay, well, let's head over to my desk, because usually in the morning, the guys will come in and start asking for the work orders for the day.
Okay.
So I have to make sure that they get this right information, because if they go out there and they install the wrong stuff on the roof, it's a big problem. What I'm doing right now is just writing down the address of where they're going to, because usually they go by what I write. This account right here is a fix. So right here it says fix roof ridge. So I have to let the installer know what they have to do that day. So as you can see, they're coming in and they need their job work orders. So you know what, guys? I'm gonna teach him right now. So give me 1 second, okay? So you need to start writing all this information down on this install work order. This is the customer's name, the address, and please do it fast because like you heard, they need their work orders. They need to they need to get out of here. Every minute counts.
Oops. I just kind of messed up that U. Sorry about that.
No, you know what? That looks kind of sloppy.
I know.
Let me just get you another one. Try not to make any mistakes.
I'm a little bit surprised we're writing things down. Vivint is a tech company. Using paper doesn't feel like a technology company. That's something that I definitely want to look into. Oh, shoot, I messed another one up. Do you mind if I scratch that, or should I redo it completely?
We have some whiteout right here. You have to be able to work under pressure.
I know, I'm
like
feeling like I'm sweating even though it's not cold in or hot
you know
in
what?
here. Yeah.
It's just, but you know what? The pressure's on, and that's just the way it is. He had a little bit of problem with his writing. That's going to be a very big issue.
Or am I doing this wrong?
Looks like my name would go right here.
The installers and the electricians wanted their work orders this morning. I had to kind of tell them, like, hold on, we're working on it.
I need one of the sheets.
Job site address.
We're working on it.
I have a little bit of like performance anxiety or something.
Sometimes they're going to be in situations where you're going to be under a lot of pressure.
Seems like you don't mind it. Like
because
you feel,
I'm used to it.
Yeah.
If I wouldn't have been around, guess what? They would have chewed up and threw and spit him out. So Craig, you're taking the Hayward and then you're going to get Bennett. This is one of the jobs. These are 2 fixes. There you go, Craig.
Awesome, thank you.
That was kind of crazy. There were so many people coming in and out.
You know, it's only me that's running this warehouse in the morning, and there's a lot of happening. And sometimes I think that an extra hand would help here.
I completely understood what Alma was talking about, needing additional help. If she forgets something, if she loses her thought process for a minute, everything can go wrong.
So, look, we're gonna get started on this inventory. I'm gonna give you your beautiful hard hat.
Okay.
We're gonna start doing the weekly inventory.
Okay.
So go ahead and count that.
51 totals.
Times 24. You have to add this.
So 2,043.
Okay, and let me check that for you. 28 plus 11 plus 7 plus 28 plus 20 plus 19 plus 13 plus 17. You got 2043? Is that what you got?
Oops.
When it comes down to inventory, Eddie was doing horrible.
There's 18.
Let me just double check your eyes.
Okay.
1, 2, 16, 17. I counted 17.
I was off.
So far, he is not a good candidate for this type of job. 3, 6, 9, 12. 12 times 4, 48. So 48 plus 39.
1928.
That's 87. I'm gonna go over your evaluation.
Yeah.
I just think that this is how fast I have to move.
Right.
You might need to
Right.
work on that.
This whole thing's super important to me.
I bet.
You know, I'm kind of trying to get myself in a better situation financially.
Okay.
So doing this, it can help fund what I'm trying to do. How did you get to this, you know, position?
I grew up very fast-paced. I was a teen mom, and it made me grow up really quick.
How old were you when you
I was
had your first
between
child?
15 and 16 years old. I left my house when I was 14. I left my house at a very young age. My household was something that I wanted kind of like to run away from. I got here, it was very hard for me. I had to get my GED. I had to go to college. I just didn't want to be like, oh, another teen mom, didn't do anything, didn't graduate. I wanted to prove to even to myself, most of all, that it could be done. What kept me going is my girls. Family is like my #1 thing to me. Just the fact that I just didn't want to have them go through the same struggles I did. You want them to have the best, right? And that drive keeps you going.
Yeah.
And then eventually you do get there.
Yeah.
And I'm proof of it. So you could do it too.
Yeah.
If you want it, it's all in your hands.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks for the day. Alma could have said, hey, life's tough, but she's done nothing but try to improve herself and her situation. She like exudes positive out of her. She's just she's an amazing person.
We're gonna start inputting this stuff into the spreadsheet.
Okay.
So let's head over here, okay?
Great.
Let's go.
Today I'm in Plainfield, Illinois to do a smart home installation with one of our field service professionals. The smart home technology is really the future of Vivint. Lighting controls, thermostat controls, the security functionality. If we're gonna be able to compete with the bigger companies in the industry, our field service professionals can't make any mistakes. Will?
Hey, you must be Eddie.
Yes, I am. Hey,
Eddie, how are you?
I'm good.
You ready to work today?
I'm ready.
Well, to give you a small idea of what we're going to be doing today, we're going to be putting in thermostats, door locks, the works.
Okay.
All right, let's get started. Hi, Ms. Franks.
Yes.
How are you? I'm William with Vivint.
Hi, good to meet you.
I'm your field service professional today. You have a lovely home.
Oh, thank you.
So we're going to get you all hooked up.
Okay.
All right, usually what I do is try to start with a motion. I'm gonna put up the first one. So right now what I gotta do is figure out where we're gonna put this.
Okay.
The best spot will probably be here. If we put it here, it will shoot this whole entire area. Start off a little slow and then you put it. Now you see the red
Obviously
light?
it's working, yeah.
So let's see how much you retained. So what do you think would be a good spot for this motion?
I'd probably want to be like, because I would want to cover that, but I kind of feel like that's a pretty good spot.
Here is not a bad spot.
My specialty, and I'm not even kidding, like, I don't think anyone gets angles the way I do.
Oh boy.
How come there's no hole in the
I think I made a mistake.
plate? Or you just go right through the...
Eddie was a little slow. He had all type of problems trying to get that screw in that thing.
I think a little low.
You need some work on that drill, Eddie. Just kind of clip it. And that's it.
Okay.
Let's put this panel up.
Like this?
A little higher. So now we got to get this back up and out of here.
There.
That's good. Close it up like that. And it shows up Frank's door lock. You press it.
Oh, wow.
And it locks. Look at
Wow,
that.
I like that.
We got some more stuff we got to grab out of the truck, and then we're going to be almost done with this.
Sounds good.
With this type of work, we are entrusted to do this job, and it means people's lives. If someone comes through that window and your motion doesn't work, it's no good.
Yeah.
I think we have a great product here at Vivint, but I'm stressed out because I'm working so many hours. I start at 10, and I'm off every night, 10:30, 11 at least. I still come in with a good attitude, or at least try.
Yeah.
My wife is not as understanding, though. She has a bitter taste a little bit in her mouth for
Yeah.
Vivint. She had cancer, so she had a
Your
big
wife
scare.
did?
Yeah, twice.
Are
She
you
beat it
serious?
twice. And when she was going through her struggle with cancer and stuff, It's like